Daniel Hemrick starting to get some heat now from Brandon Jones for that runner-up spot.
Yeah, about 3 car lengths separate them as they get into turn 3 right. Here's Hemrick. And once again, Jones trying to close that distance down on all 4.
As they exit turn 4, the leader, Cindric, is already in turn 1. That's how big the gap is. Again, it is Brandon Jones closing in on Daniel Hemrick in turn 1 as they fight for second place.
That is for position, yes indeed, and they're staying right in each other's tire tracks. About a car length or 2 separates that number 8 orange and white machine of Hemrick and the bright yellow Brandon Jones machine.
Down the back stretch, that duo goes. And once again, Jones trying to get a good run into turn 3. Hemrick right in the middle of the racetrack, and the distance stays the same, all 4.
23 laps to go when they come back to the stripe. Nice fight here for the runner-up spot. Brandon Jones trying to track down the second-place car of Daniel Hemrick.
And both of those guys could use a break, as Hemrick has had a couple of crashes in that 8 machine and the part-time schedule this year, and we've documented the troubles of Jones. They still stay a car length apart, exiting turn 2.
Down the back stretch, here we go again. About a car length and a half now. They work it off the wall, pull the car down the middle of the racetrack in 3 and 4. They're going to catch a couple of lap cars here in a minute. We'll see if that helps Jones out.
You know, Doug, I keep an eye on NASCAR scoring and timing. And lap after lap right now, Justin Allgaier has run even quicker at times than the leader, Austin Cindric. But he was locked down a lap early because he had to make an unscheduled green flag pit stop. He's still a lap down, riding around in 13th place. Riley Herbst is also a lap down. Jeremy Clements and Ross Chastain in 10th now, the car in position to get the free pass.
I mean, you would have just thought a car that good, 200 lap race, 300 miles, that somewhere along the line he would get a chance. Battle right now for second. It is Brandon Jones diving underneath Daniel Hemrick as they stay side by side.
Playing game with the airs of the triangle, and Brandon Jones spins in turn number 1 and backs it hard into the outside wall. There's the caution that everybody needs to catch up with the leaders, and Hemrick gets into the wall exiting 2 because he makes confrontation with Jones in that battle here. As the closing laps emerge, Brandon Jones crashes out.
Just the 5th yellow of the night here in the Alsco 300.
Back here at Kentucky Speedway, need to document the fact. Good news, a hard wreck for Brandon Jones, but he has climbed out of that race car. We'll head off now to the Blue Emu Care Center, and we'll get a Blue Emu update here in just a bit. For Brandon Jones, his 4th straight DNF.
Wow. And tonight had a lot of promise. He was battling for second. He wasn't going to win this race. He wasn't going to track down Austin Cindric, but he was going to have a very solid finish, second or third most likely.
Doug, when he went into turn number 1, Hemrick was in the sticky stuff, and he dove down onto the gray, and as soon as he hit that gray part of the racetrack that does not have the track bite, back end snapped immediately, and he backed hard into the fence. And at this point, NASCAR has closed pit road as they go by the start-finish line, 19 laps to go. All right, Doug, put on your thinking cap. You're paid the big bucks as a crew chief. Do you come on to pit road? Cindric has, at this point, with Chastain, 9 getting the free pass, 9 cars on the lead lap. Surely somebody in that 9 is going to come for tires. Will they all come? If the 22, Austin Cindric, comes on to pit lane, maybe somebody stays out. Again, it's not monkey see, monkey do right now. Whatever the leader does, most everybody else will try to do the opposite.
If the top 3 stay out, everybody behind them will come in. Because I believe from what we've heard from Brad Gilley and Brett McMillan is that everybody's got 1 set of tires left. And that's why you saved it in case you get a trophy dash at the end.
And, again, this will be interesting. The green light is flashing. And, again, looking at the replay, Brandon Jones, that car snapped, and, folks, it went into the wall wide open. It looked like it better than 175 miles per hour. Crushed it.
It's another one of those times you are so glad that NASCAR has adopted the safer barrier technology, because you see those cars go in there and that wall caves in and reduces the G-force on that driver.